So we're talking about diplomacy some more, and I found an article by Googling, what was it? 22 rules to help you resolve orders, which showed up on playdiplomacies.com forums. And I wanted to basically talk about how the game works. Um, boats can only be out at sea or on a land border, but they cannot travel inland. So you can see it here, but technically it's like on the border. It has control of that land. It can move back out to sea, and it can actually take territory. Foot units can only go around on foot, and they can travel to other areas and other countries by convoy. So let's start from the beginning here. All units have the same strength. So that means if you have a unit, it's worth 1, and if he tries to move into the Ruhr's value is 1, and you will bounce back and you will not be able to go in. If 2 units are going for the same territory, if the unit in Marsalis was moving into Burgundy, and the Ruhr unit was moving into Burgundy, that is a 1-to-1 battle, and both units would back up to its original place. So one thing that can happen here is if you don't have any support and you have to bounce back, that means anybody who moves into the Ruhr is going to be bounced back, and it can cascade down to several orders if you're not careful. So let's say we wanted to move the unit from Marsalis into Burgundy, and we can use this unit to support the other unit. So we'll click on support. It'll say, who do you want to support? We'll say this guy. And then where is he moving to? And the destination zone is here. So now this unit is supporting this unit to move up into here. And that would make it a 2-to-1 battle against this guy. Now, if he talked to Austria and Austria reinforced or supported Germany into moving to this area, it would be 2-to-2. So again, if there's more than, if the odds are even, you're bounced back. So he could support from here. He could support from here. And here's a good example. If this unit moved into here and this unit moved into here, it's a 1-to-1 battle, and both of those would move back to the original locations. There can only be 1 unit in a province at a time, and this is where the rule comes where everybody bounces out if they make a mistake in the order. Units of equal strength trying to move into the same province cause all those units remain in their original provinces. So this is called a standoff. So this is where I was talking about where you do a move order and you bounce back. A standoff doesn't dislodge a unit already in the province where the standoff took place. One unit not moving can stop a series of other units from moving. So that's the cascading effect of a bad order. Units can't trade places with each other without the use of a convoy. So you cannot directly swap places with this unit here. If these 2 units wanted to swap places, or if you had a boat in Constantinople that you wanted to move back to Smyrna and a unit you wanted to move into Smyrna, you would not be able to swap places with those. The boat would have to move out to the sea, the Aegean Sea or the Black Sea first. Then the unit in Smyrna would have to move to Constantinople. Then that unit would have to move out to Bulgaria, and then the sea unit would have to move back to Constantinople. So that takes a lot of time. Boat units are very nice to have for sea movement and taking border countries. But if you have a boat unit here, you cannot move a land unit into it. So you've got to move it out of the way just to get into Bulgaria here. A unit not ordered to move can be supported to hold its province. So say you expected the German player to try to take this area, you can select a hold move. So since you're 1-to-1, this unit will try to move into here. If he's unsupported, he will bounce right back. If he is supported, he would force you to do a retreat, and that would happen during the retreat phase. A unit not ordered to move can be supported to hold its own province. A unit ordered to move can only be supported by a support order that matches the move the unit is trying to make. So when you're supporting another unit, you need to make sure that you click on the exact unit you're supporting and where he is moving to. If you misclick on that, that would be a misorder. A unit not ordered to move can be supported to hold its province. That was a support order. A unit ordered to move can only be supported by a support order that matches the move the unit is trying to make. A dislodged unit can still cause a standoff in a province different than the one that dislodged it. So as they get more units onto the board here, and as people do, unknown moves, you're going to move all at the same time. You're going to move into the same. It's going to be a cascade of errors on orders. You're going to think an area is going to be easy to take, but somebody else might move into that same area, and it can cause a whole mess of chain reaction orders to happen. It's important to work with your allies in this game. That's the whole idea of the game diplomacy, is to coordinate. You can support each other. You can convoy each other's units. You can do all kinds of nice things together. But there's going to be a certain point in the game where you think that you've got enough strength to take the 17 support centers required to win the game. So in the fall, or the spring, you're going to order your units. In your fall, you're going to prepare to take territory. And the thing is, that's going to happen next is called the reinforcement phase. And all of these supply centers with a star get free reinforcements. You can never have more reinforcements than you have, or units on the board than you have stars. So one strategy is during the fall phase, you're going to move into new territory to take that territory, and you're going to leave the stars empty if you can, without them being taken by an enemy, in order to receive reinforcements. So in the example here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 units. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars. We can only receive 4 units at the most. I'm sorry, 6 units at the most. So during the reinforcement phase, we'll get 2 more units, and we'll select where we want those units to be reinforced to. So read through those support rules. It's actually very simple. There are some crazy areas on the board here, like Constantinople. This is not an ocean right here. It's a land strait. So as you're moving through, you've got to move from the sea to the land and back to the sea. I believe there's another one over here in this area right here. And you'd have to read through the exclusive details if you're one of these. If you're looking at taking one of these areas through here, you can move from sea with a boat. You can move from sea to land, or land to land, like along the coast. If you wanted to take Bulgaria, we could actually click on this unit. We can move him to the adjacent unit of Bulgaria and say we want to take the east coast. And that is a legal move for us to move from here to here. And during the fall phase, we could take that territory. And that territory would turn up after the fall phase as purple, extending our boundaries, giving a supply center to us and taking one away from the enemy. But you will leave this area here open to attack if you leave it empty. Hopefully, the unit in Galatia will not move into Romania and take that territory from you, which would mean this would be purple and this would be pink, and you would be separated from your units, and it would be very difficult to get any support whatsoever unless you have allies. So the game gets very complicated pretty quick, but it's very simple. It starts out with 3 units, and just take a look at those 22 rules, and you should be good to go. And take care.